Well, it is a bit of a dreary day here at Disneyland, but we are here for rope drop. Of course, the rope drop crowd is ahead of us. It's about 7:55, so we're getting here towards the tail end, which means we're going to be mostly at the back of the line, but honestly, doesn't seem so crowded here today. It's a Saturday, and I have seen the rope drop line like already out to here. So this looks pretty good. I think we're gonna go over to Space Mountain first. I feel like that's just always my go-to first attraction. So we're gonna work our way over this direction and for our rope drop time here. This rope drop video is a little different from most of our rope drop videos. This one is actually going to be using Genie Plus as well. So we're going to do a combination of standby rides and Genie Plus rides, showing you the best rope drop strategy if you also have Genie Plus. And I think this is as close as we are getting, but that's okay. There we go. The crowd has been dispersed. So a lot of people going a lot of different places. But most of the people over here are all going to Space Mountain. And I'm not in like a huge rush. I don't mind where we are. Like, the Space Mountain usually runs pretty efficiently in the morning, which is why we often choose it as our first rope drop ride. Even if we're at the back of the line, at least historically in the past, it's only been like 12 minutes. So we'll see how it is today. Someone on the tram this morning was like, oh, we're gonna go Rise of the Resistance first thing in the morning. We're gonna rope drop that ride. And I never do that. Even if you're at the front of the rope drop line, from the first pre-show to the time that you get on the ride is 20 minutes. That's just how long the whole process takes. And the ride itself is 5 minutes. So like I said, even if you're at the front of the rope drop line, you have to walk all the way back there. It's like 7 minutes to get back there. So it's 8:30 minimum if you're at the front of the line before you even get off the ride and can go do something else. And that's precious time to me. And here we go. Looks like we've approached the back of the line here. Amy does have a timer running, so we'll see how long it takes. It's been 5 minutes and we've entered the loading room, so that's pretty solid. Can't complain about that. And from the moment we entered the line to the moment that we about got on the ride, it has been 9 minutes. Well, almost 10. So just a few seconds away, but that includes, like I said, the moment that we got on the rides or on the line. So not bad.
We just got off Space Mountain, but we're gonna go head over to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad right now. It says it has a 10-minute wait. Also, right now, Haunted Mansion is still a walk-on right now, which is surprising because it's closing in 2 days. We're going under refurb. So we'll see what it's like after we get off Big Thunder.
Initially, we had talked about doing Buzz Lightyear after Space Mountain and then grabbing some breakfast at Galactic Grill. But upon, doing Space Mountain in just 10 minutes, we thought, yeah, let's hit some of these other bigger rides that we know get 50-minute lines later on in the day while they're still really low. If I didn't make this clear, it's just Amy and I today. I didn't say that, but I'm just... Since we bought Genie Plus, it's cheaper for us not to come with the kids, and they haven't had time with Grandma lately, so they were excited to stay over.
And we weren't sure how they will do in the rain later today. I mean, now they'd probably be fine because we're not pushing a stroller around or anything anymore, but it's nice to come just us.
So our first lightning lane, by the way, I don't think I mentioned it yet here. The first lightning lane we grabbed was Indiana Jones for $8.50. So we're going to be doing a bunch of standby rides until $8.50. And here we go, Big Thunder. And we are stepping into the line at 8:24. So it is been about 10 minutes, and we're just about to get on the ride. 10 minutes, that's what it was posted at, so that's pretty great. Also about this time, the Rise of the Resistance people who are at the very front of the rope drop line are just now exiting the attraction. So they just finished their first ride, and we're about to get on our second. And continuing on about this Rise thing, that doesn't actually factor in how early the people had to get here to be at the front of the rope drop line for Rise of the Resistance. You're talking 7:30 in the morning to be at the front of the line. And we got here at 7:55. So that's like an extra 25 minutes on top of you know, just, and some people have told me on the channel, you know, I'd rather wait it before the park is open than have to wait it while the park is open later on in the day. And I totally understand that logic. But we're gonna go get on our third ride now. Here we go, Haunted Mansion. A lot of construction walls already up, modified queue entrance here. And I mean, it closes in 2 days, but it's pretty much a walk on. Like literally, this is where we ended. La 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 la. I'm still alive.
Yes, and I'm still alive.
Maybe I'm. Oh, there we go. Yep, still alive. 8:56. 3 rides done. We got 3 rides down before 9 o'clock. So usually I say you can get 5 rides done before 10. Unless, of course, you go to Fantasyland, and if you want to check out our Fantasyland rope trip video, put a link down in the description. You can get nearly all 12 rides in Fantasyland done before 10 o'clock. Like, all of them except for Peter Pan. Well, it's 8:58, and Indiana Jones is only a 20-minute standby wait. So it kind of is a bit of a waste for the Lightning Lane even so, but our Genie Plus attraction was Indiana Jones Adventure. And as you can see, we are in line for that right now. That's just what we chose because we knew we were going to hang out in the front of the park. So we didn't want to go back to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is the other one that we were debating choosing. You can watch our Genie Plus video for more of the reasoning of, you know, why we choose different things. But this was our Lightning Lane for the morning so far.
Snakes. You guys are on your own.
It is now 9:22, and we're gonna go get some breakfast over at the Ship to Shore Market over there. We got off at Indiana Jones, and it was a 45-minute wait, so I'm glad we did it when we did. I mean, we had the Lightning Lane, so I guess it really wouldn't have mattered. You know, doing it earlier in the morning before it gets those longer lines, a good idea. Standby or Genie Plus. Well, we ended up going to Galactic Grill in the end. They were out of chimichangas at the Ship to Shore Market. So we got the American breakfast burrito, and here's what it looks like. And we cut it in half, we're gonna split it, and then continue on with our day. We're gonna hop in Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters next, because this is a 5-minute wait. It does appear to be longer than 5, but maybe it's quickly moving, so Amy will time it and we'll see. While we're talking about rope drop strategy here, that's the whole purpose of this video. You know, we just got in line for Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, but it's a Lightning Lane ride, and we do have Genie Plus. So, you know, shouldn't we have maybe gone on Pirates of the Caribbean or Jungle Cruise or something like that without a Lightning Lane? We don't like to necessarily dedicate a lot of time to boat rides because boat rides take up a lot of time. And rides like, you know, It's a Small World, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jungle Cruise, these rides that take up a lot of time, they're going to eat up your golden hour for getting on rides with a short amount of waits. So we do tend to avoid those types of rides before 10. He just froze. That's a new one. I stared at him wrong and he got stuck. We've waited 8 minutes so far, and this is why it's taken forever, because the ride keeps breaking or something, and it's just stopped. Okay, it's resumed now, and we're gonna end it with about a 10-minute wait total. So, I mean, not terrible. I can't complain. Well, we're sitting, but it stopped again. We might be in for a long buzz ride. We have. Who do you think is winning, Amy? Or me? we got stuck in Zurg. Alright, Amy caught up to me because she was hitting Zurg a lot while we were stuck. That cheater. And it stopped again.
We moved 3 feet.
We moved 3 feet. Except for she can't get Zurg now. Ha ha. I was almost the galactic hero. There's Amy's score. The claw. You have been chosen. We got out of Buzz and it was raining, so umbrellas are out. So it's 10:05, and technically I usually consider rope drop to be until 10 o'clock. So 8 a.m. to 10 o'clock is like, you know, the prime rope dropping time. However, we have that second lightning lane that we're gonna go use right now, and that's gonna be the final ride for our rope drop. So we've ridden 5 so far. This will be number 6, and it's close enough. We'll just call it 6 rides in the first 2 hours, which is pretty decent because we did stop and get breakfast in there too. Our second lightning lane. We've actually knocked out the 2 most popular lightning lane attractions in the first 2 hours of the park. And we were able to get in with our lightning lane pretty easily and quickly, straight to the theater room, so almost no wait, pretty great. We already grabbed another lightning lane, but again, for that you'll have to watch the lightning lane video. Here we go. There is still a bit of a wait, of course, after the theater room, but it's minimal.
These seats are uncomfortable.
Yeah, kinda. What's happening? I don't know. I've never gone backwards before. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! I don't think I've ever been in the back car before. Still raining. I think it's supposed to rain most all day, so it is what it is. But that took about 20 minutes. 20 minutes with the lightning lane, like including the ride and the pre-show and all that sort of thing. That one is kind of like a big commitment as well, I feel like. A lot of these rides are longer experiences. I mean, that's a good thing because, you know, you want to get what you pay for, if you will. You don't want to ride like, you know, a 1.5-minute ride. We are doing Buzz Lightyear again a little bit later on in the day, this time on a lightning lane. And yeah, nothing's working. The entire ride is not spinning this time. I mean, like, the targets are still shootable, and Amy is, like, going to town there, trying to catch up to me because I've already... Oh, there she goes. Oh, there she goes. She's catching me. I just realized that we talked about, like, you know, why we don't rope drop Rise of the Resistance, and I never told you when to ride it. If you haven't ever watched me share that opinion before, I find that 9 a.m. has a lower line than rope drop. If you're at the back of the rope drop line anyway. Yes, we're in line for Big Thunder again, this time on Genie Plus. But we actually just got off Jungle Cruise. I know I talked about that earlier in this video. And we rode it at 4 p.m. and it was like a 15-20 minute wait. Jungle Cruise is not one that I'm too concerned about generally because waits usually are pretty reasonable all throughout the day. And that's it for our time here today, rope dropping Disneyland. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer them. Click this video to see the rest of our day using Genie Plus and all the tips that we have for you. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.